Hey y'all, it's me Hetty, and I'm going to make a fast but delicious sweet dessert. This is not my original recipe, but I have been making it for several years. It's got basically 4 ingredients. You can use a store-bought angel food cake. You can make your own angel food cake. You can use a white cake mix. I've got a 20-ounce can of crushed pineapple, which I have, as you can see here, separated the juice from the crushed pineapple, and you'll see why in just a minute. I have I believe this is, 3.4 ounce box of just vanilla instant pudding. I have, this is an 8 ounce tub of Cool Whip. I'm probably not going to use all of it. Probably going to use a couple of cups worth at least. I'm just going to eyeball it though. All right, so that's it, folks. And first things first, I'm going to try to do this real time. So let's see if I can. If it gets awkward, I'll have to edit it. But anyway, here's the store-bought angel food cake. And as you can see, I just have it on this cake plate, right? Now, this is a little awkward. I'm doing this on top of a mixer. I've just got one of my bread knives. And you're going to cut it into thirds, okay? So I'm going to just right here in front of you, and I hope I'm doing this straight with this wiggling around like this. I'm going to try. Might not be the best, but I'm trying to do it in real time so you can just see literally how easy it is. Okay, so as you can see, I just cut part of it, and I'm going to come in this last layer, and I'm going to cut it in half. If you don't cook all that much, you need to take a cake somewhere, this is good. All right, so I'm gonna lay these top 2 layers off camera in a minute. I'm gonna separate them because we were starting with that. My hands are sticky from touching the angel food cake, pardon me. And I am trying to keep this in real time. All right, so the reason I separate my juice, and this is, you don't drain the pineapple, but I did drain it and separate it. So this is all just the juice from the can. And I bumped y'all. Sorry about that. Hit my head right on it. The reason I do that, and this mixer is probably overkill. You can actually do this by hand. You can do it with a hand mixer. I just already had this out, y'all, so I'm just using it. I love using it anyway. So you just dump the mix in there, right? Now, I'm going to be quiet during this period because in the editing, I'm not going to edit it down for time, but I am going to cut this off so it's not so loud for you, okay? Here we go. Just going to give it a good mix. I can already see where I dumped it. I'm going to need to scrape that into the rest of it. And I'm going to give the sides a scrape a little bit. I'll probably give it a final scrape. Okay, back to mixing. It's being stubborn over here. Come on, mix in there. If I wasn't on camera, it'd mix right in. Okay, I'm going to give it just one more mix. Nothing fancy. It's going to turn out. And that was short and sweet. And now I'm adding in, and there might be just a little juice from here, but I'm adding in the pineapple from the same can. Clean that mess up. All right, back. I'm gonna give it just a little mix on low. Just incorporate it. And that's it for that. Okay, so now I'm just wiping my spatula up because again, I'm trying to show y'all this is in real time. And I eyeball the Cool Whip. I do not, I'm not going to sit there and measure Cool Whip. So that's probably about 3/4 of a cup. I'm gonna come in again. I'm gonna use almost this whole tub. Oh, the only other thing I don't have that I will have to get is I do have some strawberries. So that might be the only thing I edit is when I finish the rest, I'm going to garnish with strawberries. But other than that, I've already got them washed. I just forgot to bring them to the table. All right, so that's it for that. And now we're going to give it another mix on low. Oh, all this smells good. Okay. I keep hitting that. I've got to fix that. I've got something hanging down that's making me, so I'm sorry about that. I'm not trying to make y'all dizzy if I'm shaking the camera, which I don't know because I only find out that stuff in editing. All right, another little mix. That's it for that. So I'm just going to take these out. Set them to the side. And now we're going to, this is awkward for me. I am going to cut away for just literally 1 second just to move this out of the way. I'm going to take this off and then I'll move this part just up. But it's hard for me to do. I'll keep banging the camera if I do. So give me 2 seconds. All right, wasn't that quick? It literally wasn't 5 seconds. All right, but I had to watch where I put my head. All right, so as y'all can see, I've already cut the layers, and I failed to get a plate to lay the layers down. So I'm just gonna make a little bed for them right over here. I'm gonna take both layers, and I'm sure you guessed, you've probably had this cake maybe. Have you had this cake ever? All right, and then you just come along. You want to be sure you have enough for every layer. So in the beginning, I just make sure I can spread it out good. And this is where I add the extra Cool Whip. I see some people exactly measure out one. I don't do that. I'm not gonna do that. Some things you have to be exact. This isn't one of them. It's very forgiving. All right, so that's all for that. And actually, I think I can come back in and fill a little bit more. I can see I'm going to have enough. And if it goes in the middle, do you care? Unless you're taking it somewhere, then just be more careful. This is literally for my family tonight. So it's just not that big of a deal. Mind you, if I do get it in the middle, I'll come and add that into the... You don't have to do that. And I don't always. And now I'm going to come in with this next layer. First of all, like I show y'all, you need to get stirred in there good. Okay. I come put some out first. Trying to make sure it's even on the layer. Not too thin on one side, not too thick on the other. All right. And a lot of people are very anal, for lack of a better word, and they worry about having it spill over. I actually like it to spill over, and I'll show you what I do in a minute. And I let it spill over when I do this top layer. And you can be as neat or as messy as you want to be. Come back across the top because, like I say, I let mine spill down the sides. Some people, like I said, they want to come along and make it ice like a cake. I don't always necessarily do that. Usually I'm taking something else anyway. But yes, you can come, and if you want to, and you can clean up the sides and just take your spatula and come around, because you know the Cool Whip is soft. So it's not like cake icing. Exactly. I need a little bit more right there. Now, let me move this out of my way. Clean the end of my spatula. Fairly well. I am making a mess. And I just clean up around it is what all I do. I'll come back in with a paper towel after I do that. Now I can't see the back side very good, but I am getting the front. All right. And so now this is a textured plate, so I'm gonna come around and just clean up the edges. Now I can see the back. Okay, it's not too bad. I did smear it right over here though. We're about done, folks. The last thing is, well, that's bothering me now. I can see that after I twisted the cake. Now I have to come in here. No, that's not bothering me near as bad. My OCD. Sorry about that. That wasn't 2 seconds. This is still pretty much in real time. I bumped the camera and knocked it completely off. So I had to fix that. Let me get the strawberries. I'll be right back. I'm a little lopsided, but we're gonna go with it. All right, now, if you want to, you can slice these up and put them around. This is for color. I'll leave the green on, but what I'm going to do right now is, I cut the hem off. I went too far up. I'm just showing y'all what you can do. You don't have to put strawberries on. All right, so then I just fan them out, and I might put a couple on one side just for the contrast. Well, I cut him too far. Anyway, y'all know I don't edit out mistakes. That's the way it is. So anyway, I'm not going to do the rest of these on camera. I'll take a picture and you'll see it in the beginning of the video. I think forgot to clip my microphone back on. I'm sorry, y'all. I am trying to keep this in real time. So other than when I bump the camera and when that little 5 seconds I push the mixer up, this has been real time. It's not the prettiest. If I was taking this somewhere, yes, I'd slow down. But I'm just showing you. If you just want something good and quick, look at that. How quick is that? Short and sweet, I promised. I love y'all. I mean it. This is really good. You'll see a picture of it in the beginning. And I'll give you, the recipe's always below. So I will put any changes you can make. A lot of people even like to scatter blueberries and raspberries over the top. I don't feel the need, but if you want to, then you go right ahead. As they say, you do you. All right, love y'all. See you in the next video. And as always, thank you for watching.